Alright everybody, welcome back to another Paradise Gaming YouTube video, and in today's video I wanted to just go over 6 projects on Kickstarter that were either canceled or are currently funding, and we can just go into what's happening with these projects, see what the creators said, and yeah, just for the 3. Yeah, we're gonna have 3 that are canceled, 3 that are still funding. So we'll look over the ones that are canceled, see what went wrong, and then we'll go over the ones that are currently still funding and are, in my opinion, excelling, doing really well for themselves. So yeah, just got a good balance of everything today. All these projects except for one was projects we looked back on, like preview-wise, in previous videos. So you should recognize most of these if you've watched those videos, and then the first one we'll go over what is the new one. But yeah, we'll just get right into it. So the first one is SYNSOULS. It's a TCG, The World is Singing. That's the sub title. So it's a strategic trading card game with a unique 3-lane battle system and a number of new and familiar mechanics. So it's like an amalgamation of multiple mechanics and TCGs, and then they had this 3 lanes that were on the playing field that would be where the battle would happen. And I thought it was pretty unique, something different, something just out there, but just to shake up the whole TCG system of way of battling. So I thought it was pretty cool. It's definitely something different, and then the art style, you're getting that anime inspired. We've seen plenty of card games, TCGs at this point, that have had the same type of art style. But it seemed to be interesting enough, and the art was good. I liked it, and I was going to back it, but then in the last minute, well, not last minute, the last minute of me, after discovering it, I realized it probably wasn't going to fund. I think it had about 15 days left, 16 days left, and they were under this price point you see here, or this number here, 8,360. And I could just see the writing on the wall. I knew it wasn't going to fund. There wasn't much engagement in the comment section. There wasn't very many backers. When it got canceled, as you can see, they had 33. So I think they had like 17 when I found this project. And yeah, it's unfortunate. It sucks. You never want to see anybody's project get canceled or not, accomplish their dreams of creating a product. But we'll get into it. Let's go over everything, and then we'll move on to the next one. So the biggest thing that I've noticed was they wanted $90,000. So that's a pretty massive goal. Just in my opinion, I would think for a TCG. Now, board games or other bigger projects in scope or physical product, I understand that it's higher and higher. Like a lot of board games are around that 100,000, 200,000, give or take. But they're also really big, either IPs or projects or companies that are very big and that they have no problem getting the funding. Think of Zombicide or any of those other big companies. So yeah, 90,000 is a very big goal for especially an indie TCG, a smaller company trying to do this. And yeah, there wasn't enough punch there. There wasn't enough, in my opinion. Really wasn't enough ad. No one knew about this game. I think I didn't see no ads for it. The only way I discovered it, honestly, the only way I discovered it was I just was like searching through the through the weeds of Kickstarter for TCGs that are projects upcoming or that are currently funding. Like I went out of my way to really find this, so I don't think very many people saw this or got their eyes on it. So if you don't get a good scope of people to spread the word or enough people to see it to back it, you're just not going to be successful. So maybe that was another deal of it. Now the 90,000, that's just a massive goal, and I think that might just be too high. I feel like that was just an unattainable number for them for it being a first project. I'm thinking more along the lines of like 30,000, 35,000, maybe 40. I understand it's expensive. I understand it's not cheap to do this, absolutely. But I feel like just to be a obtainable goal wise, I don't think 90,000 was just something that they were going to reach. But yeah, 8,360 is what it was the final number, 33 backers, and it was canceled on April 17th. So yeah, here's just the go over really quickly. Here's the creator, Hotel Sarasa Games, and there's a logo, and you can read this as we go if you want. Just pause the video, and in here you can just get a good idea of the art, and it looks really good. It's not terrible art by any means. I think that right there is really good. A lot of detail. Got some background art as well. There you can see there's something good going on there on that card. So the way this one worked was it was like music. You get, so like for instance, verses. You got the synergy between cards or characters. The final verse, change the tide of battle. So it was like music related was how the concept of this whole game was. So you read more, and so they had 6 unique starter decks. There's some more art you can see. So yeah, I mean, it looked like it had some promise for sure. It looked like maybe they're using multiple artists, different artists. And yeah, here you can see the 3-lane system, the different zones, and this is a playmat image of one. So yeah, there's a demonstration match if you want to watch that. And then the pledge levels really weren't that bad at the end of the day. So you had a $20 level, which would give you a single star deck with 13 unique cards, 41 cards in total, 3 20-sided die, and a basic playmat. So I mean, 20, that's pretty good for all of that. You know, I think a basic playmat even is 10-15 bucks. A deck is 25 to 30. Like, these are pretty good pledge levels, I thought too. This one, $100, you get all 6-star decks and all the other good stuff as well. So I mean, you had your, just like in almost any Kickstarter, you had your multiple levels of pledges, you know, ranging in quantity, how much items you get. Here's some stretch goals. So I mean, where will the funding go? So here you can see printing and manufacturing. Here's this pie chart they had set up to show you where all the money was going to go. So 22.5% of it was debt. So that makes me believe, and then you got another 20% artwork, fees and taxes. So I really think that what happened here was that they have artists to pay maybe, or maybe they had a lot of debt, you know, accumulated onto the project before we even got to Kickstarter to create what they had created already. So that's why I'm guessing that's why they had such a high number that they needed the gold. They wanted to make sure they covered all their debts along with the production value, you know, or production of the game. So here we can go to updates. We'll just take a look at it, what they said. All right. The future update number 6. So the creator says we touched upon the future a few times, but after some consideration, we decided to fully cancel the current Kickstarter campaign. It's clear that the current campaign is not going to succeed, and that is on us and our inexperience. So like there they go, they say they're inexperienced with Kickstarter and this whole, you know, process of creating this and getting funding for a game. So at least they're being honest. I mean, it shows that you can tell it shows that they are new to Kickstarter or new to the whole creating a game experience. So I mean, at least they're owning up to that. I'd like to once again take a chance to thank each and every one of our supporters and backers thus far, and hope that you stick with us as our journey continues. We'll be back. We hope to be better for it. So that's good to hear. They're going to not just drop it all, the whole thing. They're going to probably, you know, circle the wagons, figure out what they can figure out what they can do right next time, you know, figure out the costs, you know, whatever it may be that was the issue. I think maybe just advertisement. They need to figure out a way to advertise this game better, because I really did not find it until I went out of my way really looking hard for some TCGs on Kickstarter, or that were going to be funded on Kickstarter eventually. And I feel like that's about what it is. Get the game out there more, figure out the financial issue, and have a more realistic number. I feel like you build a good community, build up a good fan base or customer base before you even drop the Kickstarter. A lot of ones that are successful that I see are ones that, you know, have already got a Discord going or got, you know, all the socials going, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You know, get all these things going so that you get enough eyes on the product before you even go live. But either way, I feel bad for them. Like I said in all my videos, I really want nothing for the best for these indie companies or these indie games, because they don't have the financial or corporate backing of bigger companies. And yeah, they're just trying to make it out there. So hopefully they can, you know, get it together, find out what the issue was, and be better for it come next go round. I'll be right there ready to support them or help put the name out as best I can. I'm an extremely small channel, as y'all know, so I can only do so much, but I do what I can to help out anybody. And yeah, I just hope for the best for them. And I'll keep track and watch over and see what they come up with next. And that was SYNSOULS. Next up, so this one is this one I covered and I did back it, and I thought I was going to do really well because the goal was only 8,500. Do you see what I'm saying though? Like the difference. So here's another indie TCG that's, you know, being funded. Their goal was 8,500. SYNSOULS was 90,000. What a crazy discrepancy in numbers for a card game to be funded. So there's a lot of stuff goes into it. There's a lot of stuff in the background you don't know about that may be happening. So a lot goes into this. So I just want to point that out to help people better understand the situation when you go to these Kickstarter funding games, and not just TCGs in general. Alright, so Karumon Brawl. I thought it was really cool because you had that old Pokemon style art. The monsters, the Karumon, whatever they're called. I assume the Karumon. They look pretty awesome. I like the designs. I thought it was really cool. It was a nice little simple indie TCG, and yeah, I backed it. I was ready to support it, and things did look like they were going good. So the goal was 8,500, and when it was canceled, they were at 9,424. It was 77 backers, and it was canceled on April 28th. And Paul Barden was the creator, and yeah, it was the pledges weren't that crazy. I thought they were pretty fair. So $20 for a 2-player starter deck. So that's 2 decks for 20 bucks. That's really good. Here you have $35 for a first edition 2-player starter deck, first edition expansion pack, or 2 expansion packs. So you're looking at 2 decks and 2 packs for $35. Next pledge was $75. You get 2 decks and it looks like 5 packs. So it just goes up from there. So I thought this was a really, you know, obtainable, easy entry level Kickstarter to back. Had really awesome art, a cool concept gameplay wise, and it's just really unfortunate they got canceled. But this just goes to show that the number you see, that it can be double-edged sword. The number you see that is required for a project to meet its goal. This one, I believe. I mean, we can go to the update and see what the creator said, but me just glancing and seeing that this got canceled, I believe that the goal was much higher than 8,000 that they need for production, for debts, for art, whatever it may be. I believe it was much higher than 8,500. So even though they're at 9,424, they still weren't going to cover what was needed probably to pay all the stuff that they needed to pay. So this creator probably canceled it, and they're either going to find another way to, I would assume, fund this project, or they're just done with the project altogether. I don't know. I'm going to go read the update. It's been a minute since I read it, but I'm pretty sure what Paul's deciding to do is just find another avenue to fund it. But to me, outside looking in, without any knowledge of what the situation is, it looks like that he needed a lot more than 8,500. More than even 9,000. Because canceling a pledge when it's reached its goal is something that upsets a lot of backers. A lot of people who don't understand that there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes. That the number that the goal is not always the number that they need. Whether it be really high. So I would say that this 90,000, that was a true number that was needed. Probably to pay off debts, probably to pay off artists. That was probably them being honest and saying, hey, looking at what we got, what we needed to get done, we're going to need this much money. Let's just throw that out there, and we got to get that number. A lot of companies, like board games, I've noticed, they'll put down a low number like 20,000, 30,000, and then, you know, they end up getting 100, 200,000. That 20, 30,000, that is way low. That is not enough to fund the project. They know they'll obtain that. They know they'll blow through that, especially with stretch goals and more word of mouth and more people backing it. So they put that low number so that people are like more excited to back it, to help fund it, because they say, oh, it's already been, you know, it's already been funded. You know, 20,000's already been funded, so this is a safe Kickstarter to get in on. You don't have to worry about it, you know, not being delivered. So there's just a lot that goes into it. These numbers, they're never what they actually are. So, yeah, Karumon Brawl. Thought it was pretty cool. Let's see what the last update was. Moving away from Kickstarter. See what happened. Friends, after much thought, I've decided that Karumon Brawl will move forward as a self-funded project away from Kickstarter. Kickstarter is not the right platform for indie creators. Interesting. Interesting, that's the sentiment that he says. Our game will still be available later this year and has a tentative release date for August 1st. If you'd still like to support us, then cards will be available directly through our website. This is not the end. You will still be able to play Karumon soon. I appreciate your support and understanding. So that's pretty cool. Really weird. I wonder what made him say that, and it's not a great platform for indie creators. I mean, I get it. It is very hard for an indie creator, not just in TCGs, but board games and any other type of thing. I'm obviously a primarily gaming channel. That's why I keep saying board games and TCGs. But it can cover anything that people would use Kickstarter for to help fund their projects. And I'm really curious. I wonder why he said that. What maybe caused him to say that? But either way, I feel like the number was too low and I need more to fully, fund this project. But it's nice to see that they're still going to find a way to create this game another way. And release date of August 1st, so keep your eyes on that. If you're a Karumon Brawl fan, you can still get the game, it looks like, hopefully, and yeah, be able to enjoy it. Their website. So I don't know the website, had to find it. I'll just search KarumonBrawl.com or in a search engine, see what you can come up with. Excuse me. So yeah, see, here's the one I'm talking about, the sentiment of people. 110% funded and creator canceled. Never seen or heard of this method before. Best of luck. I've seen it before, but it was a case of people setting low funding goals when they really needed more money. When they barely funded, they canceled. Exactly. So there you go. There's two people commenting on the projects, saying exactly what I said. It does happen. It's crazy, and it makes you mad as a person who backs or helps fund these projects. But even when they reach that goal, and it's barely over that goal, it still isn't enough what they really need behind the scenes. And that's 100% what happened here. It has to be. So unfortunate for the Kickstarter scene for Karumon Brawl. Hopefully, best of luck for everything that Paul decides to do. Hopefully, he is able to achieve his dream in creating this. And nothing but the best of luck and success. I think this is an amazing, little indie card game, TCG, and it's definitely something I was interested in and looking to support. So I'll see August 1st. If they have it available, I'll buy some and we can unbox it on the channel and check it out. All right, next up is AnARKey, the trading card game. So this one was another one I'd seen from a mile away was going to get canceled. Really niche-esque, I would say, premise. You got the an AnARKey setting, post-apocalyptic, just absolute insanity, just really crazy cards. And I feel like they thought with Danny Trejo being on the cover of it and being a character and supporting it and everything, in a way, I think they thought that, okay, we should be pretty solid with this. There should be enough people interested in this TCG that we should have no problem funding. And I believe, you have the same situation as SYNSOULS, because their goal was 99,000. So what that what that tells me is either they owe Danny Trejo a lot of money to support this game and be the face of it, to use his likeness, or they just had too much debt going into it that they needed to cover, because it shouldn't cost that much to just print some cards. Like, you know what I mean? I understand there's a lot into it. It's not that simple. I get that. Don't take me the wrong way. But you're not creating plastic. You're not creating, you know, cardboard punch outs. You're not creating, you know, massive number of boards. You're not creating all the things that go into a board game. It's just cardboard little cards. So I feel like 99,000 is just a massive goal. There either had been a lot of debt, or maybe there was a lot of, you know, artists need to be paid off or something, because it shouldn't have cost that much to get these created. If you have games like MetaZoo, who's a TCG, and it ended up being funded on what was it, 20,000? And they were able to ship it to customers. They were able to do right by everybody, and they're still, you know, being successful now. They're still a company. They're still pushing out products. So that's successful in my book. Regardless of what you think about the value of it, the point is, I think this is just a really high goal. I saw it from when I saw the goal that what they wanted when this project went live. I knew there was no way it was going to fund. There's no way. Not for an indie TCG that nobody knows really about. This is another one that I had to like really go through the weeds, like as I said before, to find. It wasn't. I didn't see it on any ads. I didn't see it in any groups I was in. Actually, maybe I saw it in one group. Maybe it was a long time ago, like well before the project went live. But either way, I feel like most people that I see or know of, or in groups I'm in, they didn't know about this. All right, so let's go real quick. 9,720 is what they did raise before they canceled it. Goal was 99,000. Like I said, it had 29 backers, so only 29 people backed it. That just goes to show you what I'm talking about. How many people knew about it? So that's just where I'm coming from. Nerdcraft Games is the creator. Let's see the update. Only 2 updates. That's another thing. You get this project going for a good while. Wasn't it a week or 2, I think, before it got canceled? And only 2 updates, so that's weird. But now available to ship anywhere world. That was the first update. Here's the second update. So here's a list of amazing add-ons. So a ton of add-ons. But yeah, there was no update about it being canceled. Really weird. I did not know that. There's some people, you know, excited for it. Unfortunately, it is canceled. You will not be getting it. But man, that's really weird. I figured one of these updates would have been saying, hey, you know, we're going to cancel the project. It isn't like we're going to fund. But no, just straight canceled it. So I don't know, just really weird, kind of sketchy in my opinion. They didn't even post a reason why, or say, hey, sorry, 29 people who backed our game. Like, it looks like we're not going to get the money to fund this. Yeah, really weird. Maybe they're writing an update while I'm making this video. Let's see, refresh it. No, none. So maybe tomorrow, the next day, they're gonna release an update saying why. But either way, it's canceled. Way too much money is what they needed. I just don't know what else to say. It is what it is. You're an indie TCG. You're not some big, you know, IP or big company. You got to come out the gates, you know, with a better ad strategy, you know, build a better community, and have a realistic goal. So sorry to see this one, you know, fail, get canceled, but it had a pretty decent, a unique premise. I thought it was a pretty cool premise, and it wasn't my forte. I wasn't going to get any of it, but I'm sure there are people out there, obviously, with the 29 people at the very least, thought it was a cool enough game to back it. They would give their hard-earned money for. So sucks to see, but another one canceled. All right, now we're gonna get into the ones that are blowing it out of the water, doing really well for themselves. Just really good TCGs. you know, they're doing everything that's they need to do, doing everything right. They got really good ad campaigns. They're really getting the word out there on the games. They got websites. They got social medias. These games are doing a really good job. The second one I want to talk about, I mean, I've been seeing it everywhere, all the time, just ads for it. So, and Mythrel, I did see ads for it as well. Facebook, Twitter, I mean, they put the money in to make sure that people would know about this game and would back it, you know, they'd come to back it. So they're currently at $84,014. Their goal was only $29,999. So it's $30,000, right? So see, that's what I'm saying. That's an obtainable goal. That's a small goal that maybe they did need 90,000. Maybe they do need 80,000. I don't know. We don't know until, you know, the creator actually says that. But that's an obtainable goal. You know, that's a goal that's being blown out of the water. So now more people are going to see that and be like, oh, this is definitely going to get shipped. This is definitely going to, you know, be a solid game. Look how well it's being received. So more people are going to back it. More people are going to back it, and then consumer confidence is going to be high. So really cool to see this do well. Hopefully, hopefully it does legitimately get funded and they get what they need. You can see the numbers are still going up. So 2 hours to go as the making of this video. So unfortunately, by the time this video goes out and people watch it, they're going to be done. But man, it's really awesome what they're doing. I'm excited for this because it's also going to be a digital, not just physical client. So, or I'm sorry, they're going to have a digital client, not just a physical product. So, yeah, really awesome art, really cool game. We can go look through everything. So, there's just some images of the art. I think this is going to be a massive game. I think this is going to have a really good competitive scene. I mean, the collectors are obviously going to do, are obviously going to have a good time with this because it looks like they're going to have some collectability aspects to it. I mean, you got the, you know, high fantasy art characters. You got dragons and stuff. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. You got the foil. There's the little images of the play happening on the digital client. So, I mean, there you go. Velareth. Is that how I pronounce that? Velareth, I believe. Either way, beautiful card. Really simple. I mean, just look how simple that is. It's got enough, it's got enough content on the card that it's, got some substance, but it's simple enough that it feels like this would be an easy game to play. Pick up and play, With beautiful art, you got the full art center on the top half of the card in the middle, and then you got enough room for enough information, attack, defense, perhaps, movement. There's even a description of it, and then you got some keywords. So, I mean, here you go. In addition to traditional game features, Mythrel also includes a card transfer feature to trigger cards to other players, collectors, deck builders, 4 realm modes, levels, elo, global card statistics, and leaderboards, and in-game real-time chat, in-game mailbox, and friendless. So it's just, oh my god, it's just so big what their online client's going to be. So really awesome. I don't know if I'm going to be really big into the digital aspect. I'm physical. I like to be a physical collector, so not sure if I'll get into the digital too much, but here you can see the digital game features list. That's a lot of stuff. It's really awesome. That's a lot of stuff. So I do know digital is the future. A lot of people like that. So it's really good that they're getting ahead of it and offering a substantial, product for people. And that's crazy for a smaller TCG. So here you get some more images. Here's the physical. So there's looks like some holo maybe. The back of the card. So yeah, really awesome. I'm really excited for this one. Yes, I did back it, and I will unbox it and show it off on the channel when it does eventually come. We got a codex cards on our website. And then they got some promotional cards for the Kickstarter campaign even. And then they'll have a print run. So they will be, this is it. This is the cards right here. They're not gonna, make any more physical. And they're gonna have that, coveted K logo on the card. Kickstarter first edition print. So, It's only going to be available in the Kickstarter edition, both physically and digitally. Future sets will be released on approximately a 1 to 2 year cycle. So here's even like a full out print run overview. And then it even got stretch goals. So this is pretty cool. You know, for a TCG, they got some really awesome stretch goals. So you got promo cards, digital booster pack of 50,000. That's pretty neat. You got a comic, one randomly sampled test deck. You got additional playmats. So some really awesome, you know, stretch goals. Here you go. Here's the card overview. So you know exactly what is all on the card. I really appreciate that. I like that they did that. And then here's a card rare rarities. And the card back. And they also got an extensive lore for the game. So really awesome. And then the pledge levels are pretty good too. I mean, $35 you're getting 3 starter decks. That's great in my opinion. $69 you're getting a booster box, a physical booster box. That is insane. $69 you're getting a booster box, 24 packs, a promo card, and the stretch goals. You can't beat that. That's fantastic. So I mean, you can even get a case, and like you also get digital with that too. So keep that in mind. You're not just getting the physical product, you're getting the digital product as well. So you're getting double with all these pledges. Yeah, so I'm really excited for this. I backed it. I'm really can't wait to see how this turns out. And gonna be a fun time opening it on the channel. Looks like they're gonna fund. Looks like everything will go well, hopefully. You never know. Fingers crossed. So that's Mythrel, the TCG. It looks like it's doing really well for itself. I mean, you still got 2 hours to go. Who knows? It may break 90,000. That'd be very impressive. 90,000 for this game. All right, next up, Animal Kingdom, the TCG. So this is what I was saying. It had ads everywhere. It was insane how much I seen this game everywhere. And you know, mostly on Facebook, mostly on Twitter, and I use Facebook because I'm in a lot of TCG and board game groups, and I get a lot of my information from there, and you know, trading or selling, buy, sell, trading. So they did a really good job with ads, making sure they got this game out there, making sure people knew about it, and really cool concept. I think the art's nice, so I back this as well. Really excited for it. So it's currently being funded, and their goal was 24,919. Really random, but yeah, 24,919, and with 167 backers so far, they are at 53,791. They still got 24 days to go. That's a lot of time. This one might break, I don't know, this one might, I'm gonna be crazy here. This one might break 90 to 100,000. I mean, they're halfway there, and they still got 24 days to go, and it's getting a lot of push. I mean, people were really excited for this one, so it funded in 40 minutes, as you can see right here on this banner. So, I mean, that's when you really know a Kickstarter campaign is going to fund, is in the first 24 hours if it reaches that goal. So that's when you know it's going to be a really successful game. So first created, Monster Channel was the creator, and yeah, really successful in my opinion. Here we can look. You got how to play video. Here's some art. Here's the cards. So anthropomorphic, I believe that's how you say it, anthropomorphic creatures that, you know, that's what they're going for here. So it's really cool because from what I understand, you have your town, you're the mayor of the town or whatever it is, and you have your assistants, and then you try to do things to help the town, whether it be, you know, go on adventures to get resources or build up the structures. Really out there, something different, so I'm excited for it. I think this is just something cool. You got Sakura Garden, Queen of Sheba Cat Cafe, Trinity Towers. Really beautiful art. I think they did a good job with this. So you earn the most renown and lead your city to prosperity. So that's what it is. And you Here you got these things, yeah, authority, mysticism, power, subterfuge. Those are actually pretty well done little art pieces there. Don't forget your system mirror defines your attributes. So you can actually print and play. That's really awesome. So you get a good idea of how to play before you even buy it. You get a little bit of storyline there. And then, yeah, here's a look at the rarity. Like the slimes, it's pretty funny. That's a beautiful slime right there. So they got, of course, got their rarities, you know, collectible aspect of it. Funding art, community, distributors, cost breakdown. So 10% was marketing. That's crazy because it feels like they did a really good job with it. Manufacture. The biggest thing is artwork. They just got to pay for their artwork. Here's a premiere set, Wild World. So under $100 for a booster box. Here's the tiers. So the starter tier looks like $50 for a 4-player starter kit. So the 4 decks. Here you have the booster box tier. So you get a booster box, the starter kit, and then stretch goal promos. So yeah, it looks like plenty of different tiers to suit everybody. You even had your create your own character tier, store tiers. So really awesome. Excited for this one for sure. It looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting way to play. And I think the art's awesome as well. And obviously plenty of other people do too. So you got almost, or you do have 167 people. Already gave already offering up 53,761 to bring this game to life. So that's Animal Kingdom. Still got plenty of time to jump in on it. Do some research, see if it's something you might like, and don't miss out on it. Alright, last one. So this one's another one that's just going absolutely nuts. Drakerion. Goal of 43,749. They're at 112,000 already, with 289 backers and 13 days to go. Absolutely insane. Really good job there. This is Lore Master game. This is their first created on Kickstarter. And this is just another one that has a high fantasy art. Looks just absolutely gorgeous. Really excited for this one as well. I mean, look at that. That's just amazing. There's an event card, attachment card. Just absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to get this one. Definitely going to back it. But looks really cool. So there's some different rarities. Looks like they're on the Kickstarter logo. Got exclusive Kickstarter cards, organized play. They're really big on the organized play, I've learned. And they got a really cool lore and storyline. There's a community. Guess they got a good team of illustrators from all over. Got some cool stretch goals going. So yeah, this one looks pretty awesome. Can't wait for it. Drakerion blowing it out of the water with their funding. Got a really good comment section going. And then, yeah, 7 updates. Giving some good information on production, the creators, the artists, some news. 200% funded, 70K reached when that was happening. So yeah, this one's doing really well for itself. It looks amazing. I can't wait to get into it. And that's Drakerion. 13 days ago. You can still get on that one as well. And they're doing really well for themselves. Alright everybody, thank you for checking out the video. If this is something you enjoy, getting these little, commentaries on TCGs on Kickstarter, hey, please support the video, like and subscribe for the channel. Do all those good things that help me see that, this is worthwhile and that this is something people are interested in, not only seeing me show off these things in case you just haven't seen it yet or you didn't know about them, so now you're getting a chance to, back them or get into them, but also you enjoy my commentary on that and my opinions. Hey, if you have a different opinion or maybe you have something to add to the conversation, leave a comment in the comment section. I do my best to comment back and react to everybody who comments. I appreciate everybody who engages with the channel in each video. So I always love to have somebody else's opinion, get a different opinion on anything that we're talking about or opening. And just the communication is key. So appreciate everybody watching this video and supporting it. And please leave me a like. See it, shows me that y'all enjoy this content. You enjoy these videos. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. All right, everybody.